You order a sweet new graphics card online, super excited. You rip open the package, pop it in your computer, and bam, you're gaming. Wait, why is the game running so slow? Oh, and where did all my personal data go? And why am I getting tens of notifications from my bank? That, my friend, could be a supply chain attack, and it's not as fun as it sounds. Imagine ordering a pizza, and instead of pepperoni, they slip in anchovies. You hate anchovies. That's essentially what happens in a hardware supply chain attack, except instead of unwanted fish, it's malicious code. The worst part, you might not even know it's happening. Your computer seems fine, but in the background it's sending your credit card info to some guy named Vladimir in a basement somewhere. Not cool, Vladimir, not cool. Imagine a delicious burger. You've got your patty, your lettuce, your cheese, all the good stuff. Now imagine someone sneaked in a super spicy ghost pepper that'll make you see sounds. That's a supply chain attack, but instead of food, it's technology. Basically, hackers find a weakness in the chain of companies that make and sell tech stuff. Maybe they bribe a factory worker to install a tiny chip with malicious code. Maybe they replace legit software with their own nasty version. The point is, by the time the product reaches you, it's already compromised. Like that Trojan horse, only instead of a bunch of sweaty Greeks, it's full of malware ready to steal your data. And you thought Mondays were bad. There are 3 types of supply chain attacks. First, software supply chain attacks, where malicious code is inserted into legitimate software updates or installations. Hardware supply chain attacks, where physical components are tampered with or embedded with malicious elements before being delivered. And service supply chain attacks, where third-party services such as cloud providers or managed service providers are compromised to gain access to the primary target. Okay, time for 3 real-life horror stories. First is the Supermicro incident. Back in 2018, Bloomberg dropped a bombshell report claiming that Supermicro, a major server motherboard manufacturer, had been compromised. The story goes, Chinese spies allegedly managed to sneak tiny microchips onto Supermicro motherboards before they were shipped out to customers, including big names like Apple and Amazon. These chips were tiny, like the size of a grain of rice, but they could potentially give hackers a backdoor into entire networks. Yikes. While the details are still debated, the incident sent shockwaves through the tech industry and highlighted just how vulnerable our supply chains really are. Another example is the not-so-recent SolarWinds Orion attack that took place in 2020. Software compromise affected numerous organizations like the Department of Homeland Security, the Treasury Department, and the Department of Commerce, as well as major private sector companies like Microsoft and FireEye. The last one is the Target breach in 2013. Attackers gained access to Target's network through a compromised HVAC contractor, leading to the theft of millions of customers' payment card details. Imagine the possibilities. They're mostly awful. So, what kind of damage can compromised hardware actually do? Well, hold on to your hats because it ain't pretty. We're talking data breaches, espionage, sabotage, you name it. These sneaky chips and malicious code can steal your passwords, spy on your every keystroke, or even give hackers full control of your computer. Imagine your computer turning against you like some kind of sci-fi horror movie. They could also disrupt critical infrastructure like power grids or hospitals, causing chaos and mayhem. It's like giving the keys to your house to a raccoon. You just know it's gonna end badly. Know your motherboard like you know your dog's breed. So, how can you protect yourself from these digital landmines? Well, it all starts with knowing where your tech comes from. Just like you wouldn't adopt a dog without checking its breed and history, you shouldn't buy hardware without knowing its origins. Do your research, check the manufacturer's reputation, look for certifications and security audits. And if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Remember that $20 smartphone might end up costing you your entire life savings. Think of it like buying used gym socks online. You never know where they've been or what they've been through. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Stay sharp and stay away from suspicious hardware. Now, I'm not saying you should become paranoid and start building your own computer parts wearing a tinfoil hat in a covered bunker. But know the risks, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Remember, your data is valuable. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe out there in the wild west of the internet.